You already know what time it is. What up, everybody? It's your favorite stoner, Aceyace, and we're back again with another FML read installment. And what are we doing this time? Well, this time we're going back to another topic that I did the first time, but unfortunately, the last time I did it, I had so much technical difficulties going on the other side that you could barely hear me speaking it. So we're going back into the same world of intimacy FMLs. Yeah, you heard that correctly. We're diving back to the spicy side of FMLs. With that being said, because obviously this topic is for more, it's a more grown topic, I'm gonna go ahead and give the warning now. Viewer discretion is advised. The following session is not really suitable for children. We will be talking about mature things that will be considered inappropriate for those under the age of 18. For those who are not over the age of 18, please go ahead and exit this video. Anyways, now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the first story, shall we? So the first story I got for everybody is titled, "What is Wrong with You?" It is posted by an anonymous user on July 11, 2026, here in the United States. Today, my husband came to me with a proposition. He asked, in all honesty, if he could have a one-time pass to have with someone else. He said that she is a virgin and it's always been his dream and something every man deserves in this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. FML. I can't be the only one that thinks there's probably an age difference in this, right? Like, bruh, you're not in an open marriage, it seems like it. And you literally asked your wife that. What if the roles were reversed on that? Just saying. So 198 people voted that the OP life sucks, and only 58 people voted that the OP deserved it. Assuming this question was a divorce worthy question. I am hoping at least that the OP didn't stay with homie, because if he really feels like that, then I don't know, man. Just go ahead and just sign them papers and do whatever the fuck you want once you're free, I guess. We got another anonymous posting with the title simply called "One Track Mind." And it was posted on July 6, 2026 in India, New Delhi to be exact. Today, my boyfriend's been distant lately, so I told him he was not like this when we first started talking. He replied that it's because he was horny at the time. So now I'm stuck with his nonchalant ass. FML. 155 people voted that the OP life sucks, and 80 people voted that the OP deserves it. That sucks. I really hope it gets better for you, OP, or that you leave his ass. I don't know how it works, in that side of the world. So, dating here is complicated. So I can't even imagine how complicated it is, everywhere else in the world. It seems to be just a common struggle. I hope it gets better for you, OP, or, cause damn, that was a real brutal, honest answer. I'll give him that at least. And I'm definitely not a dating expert. That is one thing for sure. So the third story I got for y'all is titled, "It's Not a Phase, Mom," posted by another anonymous user on the 3rd of July, 2026 in the United States, Covington to be exact. Today, my mom found my sketchbook full of realistic dicks. Pause. She woke me up to show me with concern, and the page she showed me as an example was specifically someone getting a hand job. Jesus Christ, dude. For context, I draw lewd stuff for the laughs, and being an artist just makes it not work out in my favor. She now thinks I'm a perv. FML. I am not trying to be judgmental, OP, but you have a sketchbook full of dongs. What the fuck did you think your folks were gonna expect, especially your mom, from that? Not to judge once again, because you said you do it for the lows, you draw lewd stuff, but I personally feel like if you're gonna draw shit like that, you should probably hide it a lot better. So 111 people voted that the OP life sucks, and 248, make that 249, people voted that the OP deserves it. So story number 4 that I got for y'all is titled Mythbusters, posted by an anonymous user on the 2nd of July, 2026 in the United States, St. Louis to be exact. Today I realized the whole men are more sexual than women isn't true. I ended up in 2 long-term relationships with 2 different men who had 0 sex drives. Stopped any sort of romantic connection / flirting, and then it felt like I just had a roommate, FML. Now I know this is on the spicy side of FML, but I also feel like this is a good relationship one. I mean, people, obviously start different, but I personally feel like it is important to understand and get each other's spicy drive. Because, that shit at the end of the day, like, can really affect some people. Now, don't get me wrong. There's just people that suck. There's just people that suck in general, and I think everybody knows that. But, like, in situations like this, like, it could usually lead to, like, worse problems if you just keep quiet about it. She did say, or he said that, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot they specified the gender. That basically 2 relationships she got in, they instantly or stopped both romantic and flirting, which, I could get maybe falling back on the flirting, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me personally. I feel like I'm a romantic at times. I could understand wanting, some kind of like flirtation or like advances, and I don't think OP's wrong for feeling like that. 198 people voted that the OP life sucks, and only 78 people voted that the OP deserves it. You don't deserve it, OP. I hope you find something better real soon. So the next tale I got for y'all is titled, What Is This? Posted by an anonymous user on the 1st of July, 2026 in the United States, Indianapolis to be exact. Today, I sent my ex nudes, and then I asked him if he saved them, only for him to reply with, nah, they weren't nude enough. Mind you, he cheated on me, FML. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh at you, OP. However, 68 people voted that the OP life sucks, and 307 people voted that the OP deserves it. My first question when I was reading this was, or what was going through my head anyways, was, why are you sending your ex nudes? They're ex, right? I try not to judge people and how they deal with their breakups, but he cheated on you, so I mean, I don't even know the dude. I don't even know you, but I can't even say I'm surprised by that reaction in any way, shape, or form. I do hope you move on, though. Just forget about him. Story number 6 is titled, I Want More, posted by, again, another anonymous user on June 26, 2026 in the United States, Fontana to be exact. Today, I'm worried that swinging might have ruined my marriage. My wife and I both agreed, and we both very much enjoyed ourselves. The problem is that the other woman rode me like a high intense thrill roller coaster compared to the same merry-go-round that is my wife, FML. I don't know if I'm bugging or what, but did this motherfucker just compare his wife and his, swing partner to fair rides? So 84 people voted that the OP life sucks, and 325 people voted that the OP deserves it. That one wasn't even close, just like the other one. Like, you kind of suck, dude. Like, I just think it's crazy you compared your wife. You said that about your wife. Just saying, like, I understand that you're you're swingers, but last I remember, because I actually know a swinger couple. Not in that way, but I know them like from the bars and shit, and they seem to be very happy people, but I don't think they're like this. But you know what? I don't know much about swingers or the swinging lifestyle, so I guess I can't talk, but I'm just saying most people I notice, talk about their wives in high regard still because they're still in love with their wife. It sounds like you're just ready to move on. Maybe you should have a talk with your wife and maybe, get the ball rolling on that. I mean, I don't know. So, yeah, the internet voted you suck, dude. So you have to deal with that, not me. So the next post is titled Fake News, posted by an anonymous user on June 26, 2026 in the United Kingdom. Hartlepool to be exact. Today, my husband told me that his brother had told him we slept together years ago. We didn't. That is a lie. And I am so shocked that at first I was convinced that there must have been some kind of joke that I'm waiting to hear the punchline for. It turns out my husband was completely serious, and needless to say, we argued about it. FML. Well, first things first, and we're gonna go ahead and say it. The brother's a straight up asshole. That is a dickheaded move to say to your brother, saying that, yo, I fucked your bitch at one point. I'm not saying that's what he said, but he might as well have. And I believe the OP when she says that that's never happened. It's weird. So one thing I never understood as a dude, not even as a dude, just in general, when people lie about hooking up with other people, like, what is the point of that? Because that shit eventually falls back that it wasn't true for the most part. And it's just like, it's weird. I never got that behavior. You're fucking weird for that if you do that, just for the record. I feel like you're weird if you lie about sleeping with somebody. So 282 people voted that the OP life sucks, and 93 people voted that the OP deserves it. And I literally stand by what I said before. Like, if you don't like it, I don't know, fight me, I guess. I don't know. It's just, that's a shitty thing to do. And like, those two are brothers, so like, that's some foul ass shit. I have brothers. They wouldn't do shit like that to me. I mean, me and my brothers have a good relationship, but even if we were beefing, I don't think they will ever do some shit like that to me. Well, unfortunately, the Blonsky is now a roach. But I still got time to read y'all one final story. So the final story I have for y'all today is called What Could Have Been, posted by Sorry for Trying, I guess, on the 14th of June, 2026 in the United States. I don't know if anybody's been keeping record, but a lot of these stories have been coming from the United States. So, damn, we just out here producing L's. Today, I met up with my ex, who I still have feelings for, at a festival. It was the first time going after years putting it off, and we had an amazing time. I thought we would have makeup sex until she looked at me, angrier than I ever seen her, and said, "Why couldn't you be this much fun when we were together?" FML. Y la puta. She just called you out. So 97 people voted that the OP life sucks, and 304 people voted that the OP deserves it. You know what? Let's make it 305, which is going to be 305, which is where I'm from, Miami. Shout out. Damn, homie. She called you out. There is nothing you can say to that. You even said it yourself. You thought that, everything you were doing that night was going to lead to makeup sex. I only personally feel like the OP deserved it because it feels like he was trying to lead his ex on to like more bullshit. I don't know. That's how I feel about it personally. Like, I feel like you were a little bit shitty for that, and she called you out. She rightfully had the right to do that. So like, I hope, clearly the night ended badly. So there is one comment on this story from username Burn and Demon Fire. I like that name. And they said, username doesn't check out. If you had tried, you might still be together. At one point in the story, he says it was years he was putting it off. And that's the only thing I'm a little confused in. Were you putting off going out with your ex, or were you putting off going to the festival? Because if you were like putting off going to the festival and you only went to think that it was gonna, lead to you and your ex hooking up again, then yeah, that just makes you seem even more of an asshole. I feel like this should have been in an am I the asshole situation because, man, you fucked up. I'm glad she called you out, and she did. And I'm pretty sure that night ended with you just making love to a sock, I guess. I am being fucking rude. I have been smoking a lot. All jokes aside, OP, I do hope you move on and you find somebody better that you could give your attention to. I know it's been a little rough with you, you know, making jokes on your expense. The internet also agreed that, you know, you kind of deserved it, but at the end of the day, I do hope you move on and you find somebody better for you, somebody more compatible, and you move on from your ex, because it seems like you are still not over her. But at the same time, like the comment said, I kind of agree with the comment said. It seems like you did you really try? I mean, I don't know you, so I guess I'll just take your word for it. But your girl's reaction said it all, and it's not my opinion. I guess you need, at the end of the day, it's hers, and she made it clear, yo. Like, I think that's that. You should try to move on, OP, and I hope it gets better for you at the end of the day, even though I was making fun of you. That's all the time I have for y'all today. If you made it this far into the video, if you're watching this on YouTube, Stoner Reads the Internet, I hope I could get a like and a subscribe. And if you're watching this on TikTok, Aceyace421, I hope I can get a like and a follow as well. I've always have fun reading these stories. And I know I always say that, but the truth of the matter is I do have fun making these videos. They're always entertaining, and I always have a blast just getting blasted and reading these really crazy stories. Even though this was an intimacy session, I would definitely say it was more relationship themed. At least some of the stories for me felt like that. It was either way, I had fun. But anyways, I'm done yapping, y'all. Stay safe, stay stoned. To the next one. I'm out, y'all.